EX40. Very nice car, very well built, some good design features. We've got the nicely highlighted and relieved plastic there, and on the front dash there's a little bit of piano black here and there, which just leave the smudges. Personally, not a big fan of the central console there. I find it a little bit too small. I would like a bigger screen. Nice driving position. The version I've got has the adjustable seat, so I can slide forward and put the back like that. You know, and it's very, very nice, very comfortable. Also, a couple of settings on the door which allow you to save the position of the seat, which is very, very nice. Wireless charging also, which is good for the mobile phones, and there's Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. However, they're not wireless, so you do need an extra cable to connect the USB-C into the phone. Not entirely sure why that decision was made, but it is what it is. Steering wheel itself, pretty standard set of buttons that are on here to control things like the volume, the display on the dashboard, and the adaptive cruise control and the limits associated with that. Not haptic, which is very good for those of you like me who don't like the buttons. Same with the volume button there. It's a physical button, a start-stop for turning the audio on and off, and allowing you to change the volume, which is also good. Hey Google, turn the air conditioning on.
Got it. Turning on the aircon.
Panoramic sunroof, which allows you at the touch of a button to slide the sunroof back and expose the two-section roof, one of which is an actual sunroof, one of the old-fashioned sunroofs that actually opens. It can tilt at the back, and it can also open and slide back fully with a wind deflector. Not entirely sure what that's going to do to your efficiency, but very nice in the weather that we've been having today. A couple of little storage compartments around. There's some in the door, glove compartment, also this wonderful thing here, but there's also quite an interesting little one here which has a hinged and sprung door, and it's, you know, about that deep, and I'm not entirely sure what it's for. Would you put your keys in there? Would you put spare coins in there? No idea. Obviously it's an SUV form factor, so you stand, or sit in this case, quite high. The ride it's not bad. It does wallow a little bit because it's high. If you go around a corner at anything more than a moderate speed, you'll get quite a bit of body roll, and it's a little bit firm. When you run over the cat's eyes, you definitely know that you're running over the cat's eyes. Now, in terms of the range, I've been doing motorway runs 70 miles an hour with the air conditioning on, and I've been averaging about 3.9 miles to the kilowatt hour, which will basically put the range on this particular version, which is I believe 79 kilowatt hour battery, 82 kilowatt hour with 78 or 9 usable. That will put you up at just under 300 miles, which is not bad at all. I do have one gripe about the GOM, and that is that it's not one of those guessometers that decreases by the mile. It decreases in blocks. So it was at 110 miles the other day, and I looked at it and I thought, great, I've got 110 miles left on this, which is fine. I literally looked back 2 seconds later and I had 100 miles. So it drops down in chunks. I haven't yet run it down low enough to find out at what point does it stop doing that and start dropping it down in, say, 5 mile chunks, or whether it even goes down to individual chunks. As with a lot of the Geely range of vehicles, this is integrated with Android Automotive. So you've got Google Maps, Google Voice Assistant, as I showed earlier on. And it also has that fantastic ability, which all those people who drive Teslas will know, which is if you put a destination in and it's outside the range of the car, first of all, it will tell you where the nearest charges are and give you a list of alternatives if you want. Secondly, it will also tell you what state of charge you will arrive in at each of the locations, and it will tell you how long you need to charge at any given stop. So that's also very, very good. The charge curve on this appears to be quite good. I've done a couple of charges so far, down around 30%, 40%, and each time it's gone up to just about the peak, so around about 150 kilowatt charge speed at such a high point in the charge curve, I find that very, very encouraging. Even when it got up to about 50-55%, it was still charging around 90-95 kilowatts, which if you're doing a lot of stops and you need to charge quickly, it's very, very good to see that it's got a high charge speed at states of charge like that. Now, of course, the caveat with that is I had been doing a long journey, the battery was warm and the ambient temperature was warm. I don't know how it's going to deal with cold temperatures or where the battery's cold. The charge speeds will be lower, but how much lower, I can't say at the moment. Just plugged in at a Kempower 350 kilowatt unit here in somewhere just outside Sheffield, and that's not bad, 149 kilowatts straight off. I think the top speed on this is somewhere in the region of 150 kilowatts, and I'm not actually at that lowest state of charge. I'm at 41%, so very impressed with that. So here we are in the back, quite a good amount of room. I've got the driver's seat in my driving position, and I'm 5'10". I feel quite comfortable in the back here. The seat backs here are a little bit firm, and obviously the seat's a little bit higher because you're sitting on the battery, so it is raised up a bit. But if you are, I've had my elderly parents in here, and they quite like the fact that you don't have to climb out of the car because you're higher up because it's an SUV. We have rear heated seats in this particular version. We have a couple of USB in the back. We have movable headrests, which can be folded down from a button in the front. We also have a nice little armrest with a ski hole so that you can put long objects like skis through from the back. It's quite nice. If you've got kids, there's 4 ISOFIX fittings in the back, so you can put the 2 car seats in here, which is always useful, and they go through gaps in the back of the headrest, and there are tether points in the back for that. Right, apparently there's child locks on the back, and I happen to have shut myself in the back of my own car. Very interesting. Gonna have to climb over the front seat to get out now, aren't I?